Hi Aquarius, welcome into your general weekly reading. I hope life has been treating you well. So I decided for the set of weeklies to pre-pull an overall oracle, as well as four main energies for the tarot on the board. And we got transformation, absolutely beautiful and intense if we do look at the imagery. Feeling like this is a time where Spirit's highlighting the transformation within you and outside of you within your Aquarian world. It feels like you can at times disconnect in the way you're meant to, and other points it feels very easy to disconnect. It maybe has been feeling easy to disconnect from that person, place, situation, or people, or winding back. But I feel like you're very protected being drawn to this reading, and you need to remember that. But on another note, I feel the need to mention, out of the four tarot cards, you got three major arcana, all right, and an ace. It feels like a very abundant time for you, where the transformation you've been going through and are more so at this point throughout this period is benefiting you greatly, okay? Now, I do feel like it is a week where things will, to an extent, or if not fully, affect you. Say energy, that transformation, it could be, or if not multiple, it could be spirituality. Say it's that situation, and that could intertwine with what we just spoke upon and mentioned, listed off, if you will. But the first of which we have is temperance. I'm feeling like this is a very spiritually connected week for you, but also very intuitive. One of the pre-pulled attempts that I got with the oracle was intuition, as well as avoid drama. So trust your intuition, and in the midst of which, avoid the drama and gossip as well, I feel the need to add. But I do feel like it's a week where you feel at certain points as if you have angel wings, right? It's because you're guided, you're protected, you are connected, to say the very least. And this is going to feel very eye-opening, very assisting, maybe a little bit messed with at certain points, but if that's the case, I do feel a lot less of that if a complete removal coming to be in the upcoming month of July. Now, I really feel as if you are needing to have patience when it comes to, say, that day-to-day job, maybe when running your business. It could be who you're dating, maybe friends, family, you name it, or maybe where you're living, to kind of wrap up the possibilities. For some, it's in regards to your car, but or maybe patience as far as that waiting period in regards to a manifestation coming to be, and more so acquiring what you need and or want. But the Magician being the other one on the board out of the four, as I can't speak, because I feel like you are a manifester, right? You're somebody who sees the possibilities and wants to exceed them, right? And you forget this at times, and we'll remind that to you if need be throughout the week and surrounding it. But I feel like there are physical sensations throughout the week to remind you how connected you are, but maybe to get you out of your head or away from that focus of non-importance or toxicity, maybe imperfection, all the meanwhile. But you're being pushed to take a hot second and ask yourself, do you still want what you've been trying to manifest? Do you still need what you've been trying to manifest? What else do you want and need? Doing your best to separate both strategically, even though at times naturally they're going to intertwine and sometimes be the same thing. But moving on forward, I do feel like these two together, before we shift on forward to the third tarot card, you are feeling and seeing evidence that this is a very transformative and magical week for you, that you truly deserve on so many different levels. But the Ace of Cups, because I feel like it's an abundant time for you where you may just feel from time to time, or in general consistently throughout the week and surrounding it, that your cup is overflowing. People are going to want to throughout the week praise you, compliment you. Thank you, Aquarius. Thank you for what you do. I see you're a good soul that goes through a lot, and I can relate to that to an extent, if not fully. Are you getting the vibe? Are you picking up on what I'm putting down? Okay. I feel like a lot of which, like myself, will have a strong and abundant online presence, and this could absolutely be assisting to other people through it all. There's going to be a specific demographic that, even if you're not online, that is very much feeling connected to you at this time. And that could come through, say, when you're out and about doing errands, maybe commuting. It could be at work, through your business. Again, it could be online. But I do sense that you are feeling a sense of alignment very alive within your world, or coming to be more so, as I'm being drawn to her hands here, very sternly aligned around the cup. I feel like you are thinking about who and what you actually would like to take with you moving forward. Okay, some of us drawn to the reading have a lot of fame and fortune ahead for you. At the very least, I feel like there's fortune ahead, but being in the spotlight and, you know, maybe gaining more success in all of this great abundance otherwise, we do need to at times be pushed by spirit and our own self to stop for a hot second and ask, well, who and what actually should come with me, right? Or who and what do I actually want to come with me? And this may highlight who has actually had your back up until this point and who actually is including you in things of importance. Wow, I can relate. But I do feel like there is, it's this reminder throughout the week that the wheel is turning in your favor, because it's hard to remember this at times if we're being completely real. 540, look up the angel number meaning, and 225, 225. I feel like you will repeat things if spirit feels like you aren't getting it into somebody's brain, if you're being a vessel in that moment for spirit's message or two. You might also feel like you're being things are being repeated in your mind or to you symbolism wise, or maybe you're being spoken through for yourself. We'll repeat things if need be. Okay, and this is might as well be something of true importance. Okay, but I also feel like it could be spaced out. Right? Say last week you got a message of importance or two, and then you didn't really follow through with it or trust it or remember it. It's going to come through again once or twice throughout this week period. I feel like you're thinking about a risk or two you took, maybe a gamble in the past, being drawn to the die here. And I feel like you're maybe thinking about the pros and cons of that risk and the benefits, the negatives that came about due to it, or due to those two risks or whatever. In spirit saying this doesn't mean that you can't go for it moving forward, right? Whatever you're thinking about that may be a risk, a gamble. Everything has its ups and downs, its pros and cons, right? That's life. But I feel as if you're better at this point when it comes to what you've been through, what you've gained knowledge and wisdom wise, experience wise, in order to better take a calculated risk, if you will, okay? To settle, as I hit my funny bone a bit, for what feels safe, familiar, just because you don't want to end up with some ups and downs or difficulties due to a risk that, you know, in the end will be calculated for you now and moving forward. That's just not going to be the route for you, okay, or at least the best one. But at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands, you're feeling as if this is the time where you want to just create music, right? Music to your own ears. Doesn't mean it has to be literal music, right? I feel like you will be listening to music either way, whether you choose to or not. But I do sense that you want to just march to the beat of your own drum, create music to your own ears and other people's as well, maybe. And this is going to work to your advantage. They're also saying that when you do things your way in a passionate manner, ooh, how easily you are manifesting and maybe assisting with the co-creating process connected to the spiritual realm. Where there's freedom that needed, it lies ahead, okay, more so in July, August, and September, but October is going to be a significant month for you. I feel like you do deal with certain stresses that Spirit is saying we're getting ready to put them to rest, or you have the ability even more so to cope with, deal with, and maybe discard them, avoid those stresses when need be, all right? Some of which, drawn to the reading like myself, are predictive in nature, and you've predicted a wish fulfillment that lies ahead. And if that's not the case for you, I'm here to inform you that something you've been asking for, a wish that you've sent out into the universe, spoken to whoever you believe in, spirituality-wise or religious-wise, religion-wise. This is about to come true, okay, in the upcoming months, and you need to buckle up because it's going to be a wild ride, but it's going to be something you deserve, right? And that could be numerous amount of things. It could be that relationship, maybe a commitment with someone that you have already in your life. It could be that new job. It could be business success, or that right business idea, and it could be a move or residence for some. And they're saying, being drawn to the specific read, you need to expect that one wish fulfillment is going to lead to another, or just connect somehow to the next one, and so on and so on and so on, as wishes just are fulfilled more and more. But again, it reiterates, as I stutter a bit, that you need to take a hot second at certain points and ask yourself once again, do I still want and need this? And or need this? Do I actually want this now? What else do I want? What else do I need? You get the point. We went through that already. But yeah, it feels like you are a bit of a wounded warrior being drawn to this reading, and that's quite evident at certain points, if not in general. I mean, we all go through it, and I feel like you do at times put extra stuff on your plate for the better or for the worse. But 1015 is another good number for you. This is an amazing and magical transformative week for you. Get out there and kill it.